It's just the sparkly. This is the sparkly outside of my case.
Yeah, right.
Hello, we're just about to do our broadcast. Hi, Suki. Hi, Monique. Here, let me get this thing turned around. Okay, I'm going to flip it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this morning I just wanted to do like a 5-minute broadcast on how to cut out a smile line in gels, because there are a lot of different techniques being taught and different bits and things to use for this. I like to use sanding bands straight through. Hello to everybody. I use the sanding band straight through for my entire service, so that I'm only using one thing. I don't like to switch out bits. That tends to break down your e-files because you end up stuffing powder and dust into your electric files, so you need it serviced more often when you have to change your bits around. And also, the sanding bands, before it even gets started, thanks, Marley. That's awesome. Oh, I totally forgot. If you guys want to share this with somebody, I believe iOS users, I might get it totally backwards. iOS users swipe up, Droid users swipe left, or it's the opposite if one doesn't work on your phone. If you like what you're seeing, you can always tap on the screen, give me hearts, let me know that I'm on the right track. So back to backfills or cutting out smile lines with gels. I use sanding bands, but I use our sanding bands because they're very different from the industry standard sanding bands. As a matter of fact, our sanding bands stay very cool on a gel, just the same way as a carbide stays cool on an acrylic. I have tried a lot of different sanding bands, and they get hot, they slip around, the cutting edge is gone before I'm even halfway through with one. Oh, I'm actually going to cut out a full set for you, so I'll definitely show you what this looks like. So basically, if you've tried a sanding band and found that it got hot and it's slippery, you just have the wrong kind of sanding band. Being that I was an acrylic girl, it took me years to wrap my head around the fact that a good sanding band cuts out a better smile line in a gel than a carbide. If it's been your experience that a carbide works better on a gel, you just haven't tried the right sanding band. Now, I use Masterworks by Amy Becker sanding bands because they're the coolest. They last. I do an entire service with one sanding band. If you have to use even two, you are spending too much, you're wasting a lot of time, it's getting hot on your clients, and it's probably very uncomfortable. So, okay, I think my talking alone is taking me past the 5-minute point. So what I want to do is I want to get into the cutting out of the smile line right away so that will it work better with acrylic. No. Carbide is the tool to use on an acrylic, because no matter what quality sanding band you have, it will get hot on an acrylic. So the right tool for the right product, the right job. Hey, Alex. Glad to see you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand my phone over to my lovely daughter, Kelly. And she's gonna help with the demonstration. So here we go.
Can you flip it?
Oh, I'm going to flip it first. Yes, I can flip. All right, we're flipped. All right, so basically what I have is I have my sanding band. I love working with the Koopa. It's been my workhorse. I have Koopas at home that I've had for over 20 years. These are our sanding bands. When I cut out a smile line, I use it on a medium speed, and that's with a high-powered electric file. If you have a lower-powered electric file, you're probably going to want to use your electric file on a higher speed.
Wait, so sanding band doesn't get hot on gel?
No, not our sanding bands. That doesn't. I'm not talking about all sanding bands. I'm talking about our sanding bands, because I've tried way too many sanding bands that have gotten really hot.
Thanks, Suki.
The other thing, and right now her nails are 3 weeks grown out. You can see a little bit of outgrowth right here. The first thing I always do when I'm doing a backfill is I always cut the smile lines out before I etch the nail and remove shine. Because
what kind of dust collector?
Oh, this is and you'll see how nicely it works. It's Masterworks dust collector. It sucks everything straight down away from my face, which is what I'm most concerned with. So you don't want to remove the shine beforehand, otherwise you can't see where their natural outgrowth is, so that you can see how far down it how far down to make your line. Now, and this happens to be my aunt, so she likes a little bit more of a natural smile line. Some people like a real dramatic competition smile line. That I will show on a different day how to do that one, but for today I'm just going to do a natural smile line. The reason a lot of people get real hot on their clients, or they burn their clients, is because their electric file is going too slowly. I can't express that enough. Whether you're removing gel polish, taking down length, you want to use your electric file at a high speed. Even if you were to have a lift, let's say, I put my electric file on high and I just kind of tap it, and it removes the lift without getting hot on the client. If you're experiencing heat, or your client is experiencing heat when you're removing lift, it's probably because the electric file is too slow. Okay, so back to the backfill part. I'm going to turn my electric file on. For me, because it's a Coupa, I'm kind of at a medium speed. I'm going to turn my dust collector on. I'm going to turn up. I might need to adjust it a little bit more. I start in one side now. I do swing my electric file all the way back up just a little bit, Kelly, so that they can see the whole electric file. The back end of your electric file has to swing around, because if this is all you're doing, you will not have sharp corners of your smile lines. Okay, can you come back in? And you have to commit. This kind of a smile line will give you, tap, 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 will give you a jagged smile line. So you really need to start, press in, and then I readjust, like this. Then after I have the smile line where I want it, I remove the bulk of the gel right there. And then I'm just going to move on. I'm going to turn my electric file down a little bit. But I would caution you, if you are backfilling somebody else's work and not your own. I know how thick my work is in the middle. But if you're doing somebody else's a backfill on somebody else's work, and they work a lot thinner than you, and you don't know the natural shape of the customer's nails, you can run into trouble with heat on that person. So I kind of keep it pretty simple. But there is one thing to always be sure of when you are backfilling. I'm removing most of the product, as you can see at the tip. I might not get all of it, but I always, in the corners, you have to, 100% of the time, get it down to the natural nail. Because if you don't, what will happen is you'll fill it in. There will be a little clear under there. You'll fill it in with white. Then you'll, after it cures, you're going to file. And all of a sudden, you're going to file, and you're going to lose your white points on your smile line, because you filed them off and into the clear that's underneath, which is why you always want to go down to the natural nail in the corners.
Your phone's getting hot and it said it might turn off.
Oh, my phone might turn off, but you know what? I'm pretty much through this part, so or with what I wanted to show you. So as you can see, I'm not spending a whole lot of time with it, but I would highly recommend that if you're not used to cutting out smile lines with your electric file, that you overlay a tip. And then you can start, one overlay, you can start, practice the smile line here, practice the smile line there. You can practice like 10 smile lines on one tip that you've overlaid. So I hope this has helped. We did do a how to prep the rest of the nail last week.
Why are you backfilling gel instead of just soaking it off?
Because this is a hard gel, and the hard gel will last longer. It will look more natural. And soakable gels, it's not the gel, but all of those solvents are very damaging to the natural nail, some more than others. But her nail will stay in much better shape with a hard gel than it will with the soakable gel, because we leave, as you can see, like when I'm etching her natural nail, this never gets removed, so her nail stays protected as it grows out. I just lightly etch the back so that the gel adheres to it, and then when she comes back, we repeat the process. So for me, I get a better look. I can also, my clients can have any length, any shape that they want, because if you're using a soakable, some clients will have those great nails. Oh, there we go. Okay.